On April 18th, 2024, exactly 17 weeks after the first Gen 4 demo, we've gotten a sequel specifically focusing on PvP. In this video, I'll be going over everything shown in order of the video, making predictions, and sharing my opinions on what is demonstrated. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to get notified when I upload. Let's go. Music. Before any of the new features or gameplay is shown, we are hearing some new music. It sounds very weird cool in the start with what I can only describe as a drone and a trill at the same time, which is why it's weird but awesome. For those who don't know what a drone and a trill are, a drone is a long sustained sounds, and a trill is a rapid alternation between two adjacent notes, usually a semitone apart. Semitones are basically subtext for music, but that's besides the point. This opening is awesome along with the rest of the song. The mostly quarter note melody is very eerie along with the synth. Overall, amazing. Game mechanics. The game mechanics have been revamped, offering improved hit registration, says the devs, according to Senior Dev Administrator Nar. It is a completely new hit register system. Unfortunately, it's too difficult to come to any conclusion on whether the new system is better than the old system with the footage provided, not knowing the exact timing of inputs and hit markers being removed. This is both a time stop while capturing the objective and the remodel of the objective to prevent the Nox angle. For anyone who doesn't know, you can shoot through the objective via this peak. This is primarily abused on Tokyo, since if the attackers come to the objective on the right, they have no way to cross this street. If someone is holding the angle, there's practically no way to kill him since the peak is a very small hole. The objective not having holes will negate any problem with the Nox peak. In earlier operations, I can't remember exactly when, if you started capturing the objective with less than 10 seconds left, the timer would stop. According to the footage, the timer will stop at any point if the attacking team starts capturing the objective. Assist is a new and welcome addition to BRM. You get $15 from an assist kill. Since mechanically speaking it works the same as other games, we'll just move on. Ammo system. The updated ammo system now retains ammo individually in each magazine without stacking, ensuring a more realistic and tactical approach to ammunition management. If you've ever played a realistic game where guns are a big focus, you've probably played with this before. Examples of games with the system are Arma, BattleBit, Helldivers 2, Ready or Not, and others. BRM5 is going to implement this system, which will make COD reloading a bad strategy. You will no longer have any total count on ammo, you will only have a few bars to signify how much ammo is in a magazine, how many magazines you have, and if there's a bullet in the chamber shown by this bullet symbol. At no point in the video, however, are we shown him firing the last bullet in the chamber or full mag. This makes me wonder two things. One, after using an entire mag, will a blank mag stay on screen? Will it just be taken off the HUD? And if there's still a bullet in the chamber, will he be able to cancel a reload to fire like Rainbow Six or real life? UI. The game's UI has been modernized with a refreshed HUD, scoreboard, spectating, and loading screens, offering an enhanced visual experience and design. Let's look at these in the order they're presented. Refreshed HUD. Bottom left is normal, just new graphics there that I'm personally not too big of a fan of. I prefer the no outline solid color they have in the current game, and the new font should be completely opaque. In the bottom right, this is what it looks like now. This is what they're presenting. Few buttons, mags showing up on the opposite side of the max ammo count, and no melee option. I do like the lesser amount of buttons on screen, only show an action menu and interestingly inventory, in contrast to all of what we have now. I can see the bad side of this, people not knowing what buttons to press, but then again, does the menu tell you N is for your NVG or B is for your helmet flashlight? It didn't. Why the button for the leaderboard in the current game is called the action menu in the demo, I have no clue. Same with the lack of melee, I don't know why that's gone. The top middle is where we get to see the new scoreboard. I love that they're recentering it with the player's PFP shown, indicating who's dead and who's alive. Your team's color also corresponds with the starting objective. Red team attacks, blue team defends. There's even a bar to show who you are up top if you're ever confused. One thing I would want changed, when the round starts, it shows a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 counter in the middle, but the top counter says 0. I would like it if this counter either starts with the circle with 135 on it, counting down, or at least 130 shown until the round starts. Spectating is pretty much the same as it is now, except for big text that says spectating. There's no problem with it anyway, so don't fix something that isn't broken, and let's move on. Loading screens. I think the main thing they're showing to talk about for their loading screens is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 graphic they have at the start of each round. My hope is they actually use some of the BRM loading screen concepts that are on YouTube somewhere and put them in the game. Just look up BRM5 loading screen concept, and a few concept videos spanning from Operation Viper till now will show up. In the video, it's what's called a hard cut between rounds. Here we have an end screen for a round, then it takes us straight back to spawn. It's a little bit jarring in my opinion. It should be fade to black and then fade back in like we have now. Now everything UI related that I didn't touch on. Team tags being the color of your team, awesome. This is only an exception though, since our POV is somehow always on red team for the whole recording, but doesn't have a logical flaw. I like how the objective securing bar is on screen instead of the objective itself now. I've seen the devs say the cap time is a placeholder, but I think the one we have now in game is a good amount of time. Something very subtle, but I liked it as soon as I noticed it. When you sprint, the reticle fades out instead of just being gone. Kind of a voice acting thing, but I would still like to have the secure the objective in game. It adds to the game and it already exists. That's all I can think of. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Audio improvements. The audio experience has been enhanced with improved ambience and updated gun models featuring new sounds. Basically everything's going to sound better. According to the Trello, improvements to weapon sounds, improvements to vehicle sounds, and distance-space attenuation are being worked on. If you don't know what distance-space attenuation is, here's a demo done by the devs. Very cool. The new maps. If you play PvP, you probably recognize the first map as Tokyo, but if you didn't play in Operation Viper, specifically 2v2s, you have no idea what the second map is. We'll start with the one everyone knows, Tokyo. In the past, Tokyo has been changed only with a few new obstacles and even having a daylight version, which I think should come back to change up the map a little bit. With this revision, we're getting new obstacles and modifications to the buildings. Example 1. This hallway here. This is usually pretty tight, now it's wider. This will allow people to get an angle onto Street Peak while not needing to back up 15 feet to get cover. It'll also allow for angles to watch for a flank from Trash Alley, which will be more common because of the second modification to the map. This is where the second change is located. As you see, it's just a wall. But in the Gen 4 update, it will be opened up, which will allow you to travel between paths quicker. The final big change that I saw on the map was the Defensive Defender spawn being lowered. You guys have no idea how happy I am about this. I made a whole video detailing how it could be fixed short of patching boost. That's how badly I wanted it gone. Now we hit a happy medium where the road isn't a death trap for attackers, people can rotate off objective, and it just looks better. But what's the second map? It's a revised map from Operation Viper and a very well-known place in real life called New York City. In Viper, it was exclusively a 2v2 map that was absolutely garbage. This map was two squares connected to each other, and if you sat in one spot while defending, you could prevent any attack easily. This map needs to be a lot better with it being CQB focused map instead of a wide open map, which is for the best. I can't say anything about its layout because all we have is 2 minutes of footage, but it's going to be different than the maps we have now, with the most familiar map being Favela. Also, we have Panzer's Crunchy Flake cereal. Just something I noticed. Moving on. Turned off the video, I'll just have the leaks we've had in between the release of the first Gen 4 leak and the time it took me to get this video out. Hit like, subscribe, turn on notifications to get notified when I upload, and enjoy.